right, and Maageketla Mohlabe joins me now. He, of course, attended that funeral service for Leticia Jansen. Maageketla, very good evening to you. Thanks for your time. So on the day that Leticia Jansen was being buried, you revisited the scene with her uncle, and clearly emotions were running high there too, as he had to recount what he found on the day that he discovered her body.
Absolutely. Emotions ran high at the funeral service. Of course, these emotions, we saw them at the meta scene where Leticia's uncle, Stephen, took us. I mean, he tells us that when his mother actually requested help from the police, it looked like police dragged their feet in this case. Until the point where the dogs of his own actually went out with him, and then they found the body at that particular veld. And what he is saying is that we know that police have got their dog unit to actually do the searches. And it still remains to be seen if they will actually take it up to them to send those sniffer dogs to that area to actually continue with the investigation, because from what we understand, he says that that particular area there is not safe for learners to pass. And of course, we know that Leticia actually took that chance to just pass by because she just wanted to see herself in class, furthering her studies to become a doctor that she has always dreamt to be.
Yeah. You also saw at the funeral service very similar scenes to what was seen at the memorial service during the course of the week. Her friends there inconsolable. Some of them going as far as saying they hoped they would finish school with her. Talk to us a bit about the emotions that ran high at this funeral before I get to the allegations, some of the allegations that the family is making. I mean,
at some point, these peers, her friends more especially, could not hold up their emotions. I mean, at some point they had to be obviously on stage to actually pay their tribute in song, singing Nkosi Sikelel. Of course, that's the latest version by many of these students, including universities. And of course, you saw some of the learners there breaking down, and they could not manage to actually console themselves, and they had to be taken back to their seats. And of course, some of them managed to speak, and of course, actually raising their voice against gender-based violence. We know that it's rife in the country, and what they are saying is that if you kill us, who is actually going to run this world? I mean, Leticia had a dream to become a doctor, and of course, from what we hear from her friends, they are saying that she had care for other people. In fact, she cared more about other people than herself, so which is why she really wanted to be a doctor and to participate in her community. And we understand that the community that she is from is an informal settlement in Germiston, and of course it's an underprivileged family. She really wanted to be to play a huge role in her family.
Maageketla, the family is also making very serious allegations that the police had, according to them, bungled the scene. Talk to us a bit about why the family says this, in addition to what their other argument is that police dragged their feet when Leticia was initially registered as missing at the police station.
I mean, these are the details that we were told by Leticia's uncle, Stephen, when we arrived at the scene. He said that as soon as they found the body, they did call police. It took a few hours for them to arrive there. But again, when they arrived there, according to him, they did not do thorough investigation in terms of whether these perpetrators could still be around that particular area. And in his view, when he arrived there, he did see some people that he feels that could have been have had hand in this particular murder case.
Crucial to the investigation.
Absolutely, that's what he says. But according to him, he says that police didn't really seem to show much interest in actually going deep into investigating this matter. And of course, the family's hope is that
any response from police? Sorry, Maageketla, we're running out of time there a bit. Any response from police about these allegations that the family is making?
Obviously, we did actually take our time, and of course, to call police, and of course, that's what we have to do to give them the side of the story. And what we had is that they really didn't want to comment a lot into these allegations of ignoring some crucial evidence. What they actually told us is that investigations are still underway. Therefore, we need to give them that chance to really go deeper into this particular investigation.
All right, and no arrests have been made in this particular instance. Thank you very much indeed for your time, Maageketla Mohlabe, of course, covering that funeral for us of that high school girl, Leticia Jansen. Let's move on to another story now that also made local headlines. The funeral of 13-year-old Enoch Mpianzi has been used as a